Welcome back to Ghost Powered Entertainment. I'm your host, Kanan Becker, and today we do another deep dive into Netflix. So for those of you not familiar with this channel, once a week I go searching through the popular streaming platforms and come up with 10 horror movies to recommend to you guys. This week I went searching through Netflix and came up with 10 more horror movies that I think you will enjoy. And with that, let's get to the list!
Just want a quiet house.
And remember that you are amazing.
So Malevolent is a psychological horror movie about a brother-sister team who fabricate paranormal encounters for cash. But they get much more than they had bargained for when they take on a job at an estate that has real paranormal activity.
You hear that? Something's here. Did you see her?
But this movie takes a really savage turn around the halfway point when it becomes much more than it seems. It goes very dark, disturbing, and just downright brutal. The location, as well as the old estate, are just stunning. The entire cast give great performances in this, but especially Florence Pugh. She is just captivating with her emotional performance. It's just really a damn good movie. This movie really deserves much more love because I think it is an absolute gem. So I think it should be at the top of your list. What did I tell you? Let me die! So He Never Died is a quirky action horror movie. It's about a social outcast played by Henry Rollins, who battles depression as well as antisocial disorders.
You never mentioned a daughter.
We just met a few hours ago.
So what do you want to do today?
Bingo.
I-20.
You're kind of out there, aren't you?
He's just haunted by many secrets from his mysterious past. A past that he just cannot escape from, which forces him to embark on a bloody quest to save his long-lost daughter. Henry Rollins is just so entertaining in this. He's just perfect for this silent badass type of role. It's exciting with lots of violence and gore throughout. In general, this movie is just a lot of fun and one that I definitely think is worth a watch.
I'm done. If this makes any sense, who says it has to make sense?
So Prey is an intense German language survival horror movie. So the story's about two brothers, Roman and Albert, who go on a hike with a group of their friends. But the group soon find themselves in a desperate struggle for survival when they find themselves prey to a mysterious hunter.
Whoa.
Hunting season? This isn't a hunting ground anyway.
Shit. What are they doing?
I think they're trying to kill us.
This movie's just full of high pressure from the start, with very little buildup. Instead, you learn about the characters as the plot unfolds, which gives you very little relief from the tension of this intense scenario. And it's a very simple premise, but it doesn't feel boring or slow. It also has some really interesting twists along the way. It's well paced and well directed, just a very well done movie. There's just so many stunning shots of the German wilderness. This is a heart-pounding thrill ride that I suggest you check out.
Do it again! Do it again!
Johnny Sheriff!
Is resolute, steadfast, and unwavering in its goal to corrupt our children's souls.
So We Summon the Darkness is a devilishly funny, wicked little horror movie. So it's about these three guy friends who meet up with these three hot girls played by Alexandra Daddario, Maddie Hassan, and Amy Forsyth at a metal concert in the 1980s.
Cheers to a night that we're gonna remember for years to come.
There we go.
You guys coming with us?
Nice young. Why don't we keep the party going?
They're kind of perfect. Yeah, I was thinking that.
So the girls convince the guys to follow them back to their place where they can party. But things get deadly when the guys realize that these girls are sadistic killers. This movie is a lot of fun, but not a movie to take serious by any means. It's campy, over the top, and just downright silly. It just turns into a really great gory slasher that I think you could definitely have fun with. So 1BR is a wildly unsettling psychological thriller. It's about a woman who is new to Los Angeles and moves into a seemingly perfect apartment complex.
You got it. We're neighbors. Hey, listen, we're having a barbecue. You should come.
Welcome. We like to make this place feel like a real neighborhood.
And we all kind of take care of each other here.
But soon finds out that there are consequences for breaking the rules. And things get more and more uncomfortable as the secrets of her neighbors become clear. It goes straight savage and absolutely wild from there. This movie is just awkward and bothersome with everything from body horror to jump scares. It just has it all. It's intense and heart-pounding, keeping you on the edge of your seat. This is a movie I definitely think you should check out. So From Within is a disturbing, shock-inducing horror ride. So when the citizens of a small evangelical town start systematically committing suicide, a young girl struggles to reconcile her Christian upbringing with her desire to experience the outside world.
I don't know the record for suicides in one town, but we gotta be climbing the charts.
Everyone has a past.
That kid was one of Candace Spindleson's.
Mom, what are you trying to say?
The witch.
So this movie does have that early 2000s sheen. Just that cringy, over-processed, too much CGI early 2000s thing that drives me crazy about a lot of those movies. However, this is a solid flick. It definitely does enough to separate it from the rest of those movies. Elizabeth Rice does a really solid job in this movie. Just a very emotionally powerful performance. And it made me sad because when I looked up her name, she's done almost nothing since this movie. And that's a shame because I really felt like she had a lot of potential. It does have some questionable CGI at times, but it also has some really disturbing imagery, stuff that'll stick with you as well. I just found this to really have charm, and I think it's very much been overlooked. So I think that it's high time you give this a look.
I'm telling you,
He wasn't human. I think you killed him, John.
So Demonic is a spooky, haunted ghost story directed by James Wan. It focuses on a psychiatrist and a police officer who investigate a violent crime scene, where 3 college students were killed while summoning ghosts.
Why don't you walk me through what you remember?
We were hunting ghosts.
Is that what they were here for?
Trying to capture spirits on film.
So they question the only remaining witness, and this movie is told through his eyes. So James Wan is one of my all-time favorite directors, and one of the big reasons is nobody sets a mood better and sets up a scare better than James Wan, in my opinion. And I'm not saying that this is one of his best, however, it still has some great jump scares as well as a creepy, haunted vibe to it. I think that this is one of those movies that just not enough people talk about, and if you're a fan of James Wan and you've never seen this, then I think it's definitely high time that you do.
You want my advice? Get your husband and your baby far away from that house.
So Girl on the Third Floor is a chilling thrill ride. So it's about a man played by CM Punk who attempts to renovate a dilapidated home for his ever-growing family. And he soon meets a mysterious woman who causes him to question everything, including, is this house more than he can handle? So CM Punk is great in this, and especially considering this is his debut acting role. His acting was just very believable. He's just very colorful and entertaining to watch. This movie just had a lot of great twists, especially towards the end. Just in general, this movie is creepy and a lot of fun. I found myself very entertained, so I fully recommend it. So the Book of Eli is an apocalyptic action thriller. The story revolves around Eli, played by Denzel Washington, who is a nomad in a post-apocalyptic world, and he is told by a voice to deliver his mysterious book to a safe location on the West Coast. So the history of the post-war world, as well as the importance of Eli's mission, are explained along the way.
30 winters ago, the war tore a hole in the sky. Only a few survived. Our only hope is in my hands.
There's plenty of action and adventure, as well as a brilliant cast that's led by Denzel Washington, Mila Kunis, and Gary Oldman. It's just full of surprises and twists as well. This has a very cool Old West vibe to it with really well done costume design. Overall, the sets are great. This movie just looks outstanding. This is a movie that I think is well worth your time. So The Seventh Day is an exciting, over-the-top demonic possession horror movie. It's about a rookie priest who arrives for his first day to meet with a renowned exorcist. And as they plunge deeper into hell on earth, the lines between good and evil blur and their own demons emerge.
They can teach you the prayers, but that's not what separates us from your average priests. You need to be willing to put yourself at risk. An exorcist doesn't hide from evil. He runs toward it. You know what I witnessed? The epitome of darkness.
But this is a movie to not take too serious. It stars Guy Pearce and Stephen Lang, who both give very entertaining performances in this. It's just campy and really extreme. It reminded me in a lot of ways of movies like Drag Me to Hell, even a little bit of Evil Dead in there. But it's not exactly silly, but it also does not take itself too serious by any means. So I think if you check your brain at the door and go in with the right expectations, you can really have fun with this. So I definitely recommend you check it out. Alright guys, that's gonna do it for me today. Please leave your comments down below. Let me know if there's anything else on Netflix that I should be checking out. Also, if you could do me a favor, hit that subscribe button and ding that little bell, because that is the best way to keep track of this channel. And when I post videos like this, and I post videos like this every single week, I also want to give a huge, massive, enormous thank you to my patrons, because you guys, yeah, your support seriously means so much to me. And if you would like to find out more about becoming a patron, I can't talk right now, please, there's a link down in the description. Yeah, go find that if you would like to find out more about becoming a patron. And like always, thank you so much for watching. Please crush that like button. And remember guys, horror can be fun. I will see you guys next time.